is the last day of May 2020. That means on the Xtreme channel, it is time for Xtreme Acquisitions. And originally, I thought this was going to be a pretty boring video today because at the beginning of May, I instantly purchased 3 collectibles and I said, you know what, we're done. We're going to do hashtag restraint all month long. Well, here we are on the last day of the month, and I think we're about 25 collectibles in. Let's go through them all. If you're new to this channel, my name is Mr. X. This is the Xtreme channel. This is a monthly segment on the last day of every calendar month where we look at all the Xtreme acquisitions. What does that mean? It means it's crap that Mr. X spent his money on. Most of the time, it's high-end collectibles. And I think that's all we have this month. Even though the Castalia virus is dying down, there is still not a lot of opportunity to buy other stuff. And as I said in the intro, you better buckle up because this month, well, I gotta say it was a big one.
That's what she said.
Before we dive in, just as a reminder, these are high-end collectibles I purchased. Some of these are pieces that have already been released, therefore they may be en route to this table for a review right here, or maybe they've already been at the review table, but we're gonna go over those as well. And then there's a lot of pieces I pre-ordered, so that means that a render or a prototype was shown and I said, yes, I want that. So now I'm waiting anywhere from 6 months to possibly 6 years to get that piece here on the table. But let's dive into the licensed pieces, and we're gonna start off with my 2 most recent purchases. They are actually video game statues on a video game that I've never played, but I just think they look badass and I think they're gonna go great with my fantasy theme at my office. From Assassin's Creed, this is Animus Altair, and I believe I pronounced that correctly. This one actually went waitlisted and then came back up for purchase on Sideshow. I've been back and forth for a while and I figured, you know what? You only live twice, so let's go ahead and purchase him. Now, because I purchased him, you guys know I hate having standalone pieces, so we also did the Ezio, I don't know how it's pronounced, but he looks just as badass. I saw him at New York Comic Con and he looked amazing, and I think these two will look awesome paired together with my fantasy stuff at my office. And you keep hearing me talk about my office. Next month, I'm actually moving into a new office because I keep about 30 to 50 statues there and I'm doing an entirely new setup, so I can't wait to do a tour for you guys. And I think quite a few of these pieces may be on that. Let's jump into more of these pieces. Also, one thing I want to let you know is some of these you will see on my video tomorrow. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button because you can also win this statue. On our road to 20,000 subs, we are giving out this Mortal Kombat statue at 12,500 subs. All you have to do is make sure you've liked this video, you've subscribed to the channel, and you've hit that bell notification, and stay tuned for that giveaway. And as I said, we have a similar video tomorrow, but tomorrow is everything arriving in June, which a few of these are on, including this first one right here. Prime 1 Studios Shockwave. I pulled the trigger on this guy. I was on the wait list. I finally got him. I don't have a spot for him yet because I'm waiting on some Maji cases that aren't going to come in a few months. So I'm going to have to figure something else out because I do want to do another room tour in the man cave for you. I've done a lot of awesome changes and it looks amazing. So along with that, Prime 1 Studios had their summer sale and I had a bunch of points. So I got their Jazz statue. I'd always been on the fence on this one, but all in I paid about $400 or $500 shipped from Prime 1 Studios. I did pick economy shipping, so we won't see him on the review table for quite a while, but I thought he was a pretty badass Transformer within the first Michael Bay movie. And then another one I pulled where I'm probably going to have hashtag regret is the Ratchet statue. I just don't like the pose on this, however I love everything else. And again, it was in their summer sale, so I figured let's pick it up. The shipping was really cheap. I think it was like 60 bucks in their economy shipping, and they didn't raise the price on me, so let's get him en route to the Xtreme table and the Transformers collection. Another one that will hit the Xtreme table soon, and I review all of these pieces, is the Prime 1 Studios Femto from the Berserk line. I'm picking and choosing what Berserk pieces I'm getting. You're going to see another one that's actually not from Prime 1 Studios, but I really like this one, and I think I might get Void to match it. So I have an ongoing list that I'm not going to go over today because we have plenty of other stuff. And I assume June's going to be a pretty big buying month as well, but this just looks disgusting and badass, even though I'm not into the Berserk series yet. And finally from Prime 1 Studios, I got their Big Game Hunter. So this is not their cover Hunter, that's actually a separate one we'll look at in a second, but this one up on Sideshow's site, so I decided to go ahead and get it. It's obviously easier shipping options. And I already have their cover Predator on sale, which is very similar. They have very similar names, so some people get them confused, but they are actually 2 different products, different bases, different statues, everything. Also from Prime 1 Studios, we'll hit the review table this week, is their Jurassic Park Tyrannosaurus Rex. Now I wanted to get the Rotunda, but it was 3 times as expensive, and it's 1/8 scale. And the other Jurassic Park pieces I have on order are 1/15 scale, which is the same as this. So I didn't want a T-Rex that was twice the size it should be next to my other Jurassic Park pieces. So I'm going to have this in hand. I'm very weary because there hasn't been a lot of talk about this. I reached out to a few people that owned it and they said it's amazing. So I'm trusting them, and within a few days you will see a review on this. Also, I didn't pull the trigger initially. I got this from Spec Fiction. I got the 1/3 scale Joaquin Phoenix Joker statue. If you guys recall, I loved the movie. I've mentioned it a few times. I thought it was fantastic. I didn't think it was a great DC movie by any means, but I thought it was a great story, and I am excited to add him. Blitzway just destroys the head sculpts in a good way, and I think they did it on this. I don't even need any switch outs. I don't need that clown mask as well, but I have it coming. This piece I also had on #restraint quite a few months ago, but I decided to go ahead and get it, and I'm going in on the whole line. I'm going to buy Ric Flair next month. I'm going to get The Rock on pre-order, but this is by Pop Culture Shock Toys, their Ultimate Warrior. I'm confident they'll continue with the line and do some other pieces, so I hope buying that will help promote that, and I'm going to review him, and he looks fantastic in the reviews that I've seen, but I cannot wait to show him. And he actually is in the Xtreme collection right now, so you may have seen him before this video launches, but I purchased him in the month of May. So I got an anime piece that I know nothing about, but it just looks awesome. I watched Cisco's video about 50 times, but this is Infinity Studios' Mighty Guy vs. Uchiha Madara Naruto statue. It looks awesome. This also is en route. I'm actually going to receive this tomorrow, I think. The tracking says it'll arrive tomorrow, so you'll see that on the review table in the next week. I'm getting more and more into anime statues. I don't know why, probably because they look awesome. And Infinity Studios, this will be my 3rd or 4th piece from them, so we'll see how that ends up. Speaking of another anime, is this Tsume Berserker Zod statue. So I was really on the fence with the Prime 1 Studios piece, and I'm going to show a picture of that in a second. But I actually like this Zod representation better. They both don't have wings, and this one was about half the price, or even a third of the price, I think. I actually like the Prime 1 Studios base better. Here it is. But when you talk about shipping and weight, it just made more sense for me to go with the Tsume one. So I look forward to that. That'll be here in a few months, hopefully, although I know Tsume is notorious for delays. Another one is Tweeterhead's Hordak. This will go with my Masters of the Universe line. I have a custom He-Man and Battle Cat that will arrive next month. I have Sideshow Orko, Sideshow Skeletor, I have the Castle coming, and then they've also teased some future pieces from this line. So I'm excited to get that, although their production time is really slow, so I probably won't see that till late 2021. And the final license piece is a tiny one. It's from Sideshow Court of the Dead. It is their new Rotten Apple. So I'm one of those unfortunate people that has gone all in with all the apples, and I have to keep buying them for $50, which they're not worth, but it's cool to have a whole bunch of them. And they can also show scale with statues, which I don't use them for, but it is a justification in my mind why I should have this. So that is all the license pieces I have coming in. But wait, there's more. We have custom. So when I talk about custom, these are private, unlicensed commissions that usually number less than 100. One of the biggest questions I get on the channel is, Mr. X, where can I get this? Well, unfortunately, I can't help you for 2 reasons. 99% of the time, these are completely sold out anyway. And the second reason is, most of the people working behind these custom pieces want a very low profile. I do apologize, I wish I could tell you, but I have to respect the commissioners. And with that being said, all of them but one, I will show you pictures. I only show pictures if they've been put in public areas. If people haven't shown them publicly, I will not show them on the channel out of respect for the commissioners. So that's the first one here. This is obviously not a picture of it, but I bought a 1/3 scale Darth Vader statue. I have 2 or 3 1/4 scales, but I don't have a 1/3. I've always wanted Sideshow's legendary scale, so I thought this would be a great compromise. It has a ton of different switch outs. I will review it when it hits the table, but a 1/3 scale Darth Vader statue. Next is, I briefly referred to this earlier because I'm kind of filming this backwards, is a miniature Castle Grayskull model. I cannot wait to show you to this, guys. It's from an artist in South America. He's been working with me, and he's sending me this whole thing. I don't know where I'm going to put it. I know I want to put it with my Masters of the Universe pieces. If the pictures are as good as, if the piece is as good as it is in the pictures, this will start blowing up like wildfire. It really brings you back to your childhood. This next one, you can already see it's been on the table. I've done a review on it. This is a custom Dr. Manhattan piece. So this is an older piece. It's been out for a while. I was able to get it actually from one of the people in the Xtreme channel membership group. James did an awesome deal with me, and I absolutely love this piece, even though he's a standalone, and I hate standalone pieces. Next one is a custom Human Torch. So what's really cool about this is completes my line. I have a custom Mr. Fantastic ordered a while back. I have 2 different Things statues actually. One arrives this next month. I also have an Invisible Girl that I couldn't show you last month, but those pictures now are public, so actually here's a quick shot of her. So this is the Invisible Girl that I ordered. And then back to the Human Torch, tons of different switch outs. It's actually being done by a very good friend of mine, but cannot wait to have this in the collection, and I will have the true Fantastic Four. Now all of these are quarter scale, meaning 1/4 the size they would be in real life, but this next one is a clay face. Can't tell you how excited I am. I love the sculpts from this group. I probably have 20 or 25 pieces on order from them, and they keep teasing more, so it's eventually going to be 50. But this is going to be huge. I think this is like 30 or 40 inches. It is gigantic. I don't know where I'm going to put him, but since he's a custom, it'll probably be 2022 before he comes. So I'll figure that out at this time, but it is just awesome, awesome looking. I also bought Phase 5. Phase 5 is a series of Wolverine statues where Wolverine is kind of through his origins. 1, he was Weapon X. 2, he was Yellow Wolverine. 3, he's Brown Wolverine, which actually arrives very soon. 4, he's fighting his old man Logan. And this is X-Force with Domino. These all seem to end up being grails, so I had to pick it up. I don't have a Domino statue, so that worked out perfect. Absolutely excited. And this next one is also a Wolverine diorama with Sabretooth. This one is sold out, so you see here this is Brown Wolverine. Now they do have a yellow option, I'll show you a picture in a second, but I think Sabretooth looks good. I think Wolverine looks awesome. So I went ahead and nabbed this, and then as I was looking at it, the yellow looked even better. I think it contrasts. I like the brown Wolverine better, but the yellow contrasted the statue better, so I also got a yellow. Why not? Let's get 2. So we'll review both of those at the same time when they hit the table in who knows how long. One of the real world problems I have is I actually forget which pieces I ordered. So this is a last minute addition during editing, but it is another diorama. It is this Spider-Man Venom diorama sculpted by the great Caleb. Cannot wait to get this. I think it's going to be amazing. I'm trying to get off Spider-Man pieces, but I could not pass this one up. Now there's 2 more parts to this video. The next one is I want to talk about the pieces that I got in the month of May and what I like the most. And the other things I want to talk about are the things I really wanted to buy but I did not. So we're going to do that first. Well, I want you to put in the comments below. Go ahead and comment because it enters you into a contest. Let me know the 3 pieces I got in that you think were my favorites from the month of May. But while we do that, I want to talk about hashtag restraint. Hashtag restraint is a term we coined here on the channel. It's when you really, really want a piece, but you say, no, I'm going to be strong and not order it today, and then you'll end up ordering it in 5 videos from now. But this first piece is the Cinemacat Predator. Came up for $3,300 on Facebook. That is a steal for that piece, and it was gone like within 2 hours. I should have picked it up. I have regrets now. But I think at that time I was getting hit with so many different bills, it wasn't even funny. And they weren't $50 bills either, so I missed out on him. Another one I want, but I can't swallow the price tag, is XM Studios Iron Maiden statue. So this is going to be about $2,300, $2,400 once you're all in with shipping. And I saw the unpainted version in New York. It is absolutely amazing. It's an anime series, I believe, because I don't know too much about the character, but he would be an awesome addition. But due to size and price, I passed. Another one I almost pulled the trigger on, which I think everyone and their mom jumped on the train, was the Colossus Sideshow. The biggest reason I didn't pull the trigger is because there are 99 other channels that did reviews on this piece. So I wouldn't even do a review, and I do have 2 other Colossus pieces coming in. They are both custom, so I figured I could justify not getting it. Similar to this next piece, it's a custom rocket piece. I have XM Studios Groot and Rocket coming very, very soon actually. So for that reason, even though I like this rocket a little bit better, I did go ahead and practice hashtag restraint. And then finally, the Justice League XM Dio I actually had in my cart. But I passed on this for the simple, I love the made to order size. The edition size is so small, but I passed on this because to really appreciate this, you have to have a 360 view, and I don't have any place where I can display it so it's a 360 view. That's the biggest reason, and I saved a lot of money. So now back to the 3 pieces I got the most. Number 3, here we go, is the custom Rogue vs. Sentinel. The presence of this blows me away every time I look at it. It's probably one of my top 3 statues as far as presence. As you guys know, I wasn't a huge fan of some of the head sculpts. Some of them looked really good, but the rest of it was just beyond amazing. Love it. Number 3 on the list. Number 2 is Prime 1 Batman Who Laughs. This is probably one of my favorite Prime 1 pieces now. If I had to get rid of all my 1/3s, I think I would keep this one for sure. It is beyond words amazing, as you saw in probably so many different reviews. And my number 1 piece shouldn't be a surprise. It was that custom Nightcrawler. That's one of my top 5 statues for sure, and it's the best Nightcrawler ever made, and it'll be hard to beat that one. But that was my favorite piece that I received in May. So let me know in the comments what your favorite piece that you received in May is, and why you went broke in May. That's not the name of the segment anymore, but go ahead and let me know. Hopefully in June, the segment's gonna be a little bit different because I need to book a trip the hell out of here. I am ready to start traveling again. I haven't traveled since February, and I usually travel 1 to 2 times a month, and a lot of times it's for a mix of business and pleasure. So I need to get out of here and I need to travel, so I need to book something next month. I've canceled a bunch of trips. But as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to tune in tomorrow to see what's arriving in June. You'll see what's gonna hit the review table. And if you haven't, hit that Mr. X icon so you can subscribe to the channel and you'll get all those notifications, or check out some of these other cool playlists. I will talk to you tomorrow. Thanks so much. Take care.